From our family to yours, happy Thanksgiving, Brave Nation. We've got a special matinee edition of UNCP men's basketball as the Braves take on the Hawks from Chowan College. With Deshaun Vereen, I'm Cameron Songer. Thank you so much for joining us today. Braves come in at 3-1 on this young season. Chowan at 2-0, but they've had sort of an interesting and different kind of schedule. They've played 3 games. One of them was an exhibition game that they narrowly lost to Hampton, a D1 school. That was in overtime as well. They blew out a USCAA team called Mid-Atlantic Christian and then won a 3-point game against the only D2 team they've played against was Davis and Elkins. So it's kind of hard to get a little bit of a read on this Chowan Hawks team.
Yeah, for sure. It seems that they played up to the competition when they played Hampton, but you never know with these other teams as well as the competition level and what level Chowan's about to play today. So this will be an interesting match to see how good this team really is.
The Hawks are led by head coach Brett Vincent. He's in his 5th season. Last year, Chowan was 19-9 overall and 11-5 in the CIAA. But the season picked just 9th out of 12 teams in that conference this year. Braves already have 1 win against a CIAA opponent against Winston-Salem State last time they were on this floor back on Saturday. Braves with that 3-1 record coming off a 15-13 season led by their head coach Ben Miller. Let's get you the starting lineups for both teams, starting with the visitors from Chowan College up in Murfreesboro, North Carolina. Their starting lineup will look like this. Senior guard Kevin Cote is out of Lanham, Maryland. He averages 14 points per game. The team's leading scorer is sophomore guard Marco Haskins out of Fredericksburg, Virginia. He wears number 3. Another guard is junior Tim Hewitt from Newport News, Virginia. He started all 3 games now this year. Change in the starting lineup will be Warren Powers. The forward will get the start. And rounding out the starting lineup is a senior from Puerto Rico, number 25, Carlos Arroyo. He is their point guard, averages 4.5 assists per game. Actually kind of have 2 point guards. He's perhaps one of their main ones, but Kevin Cote also has 5 assists, and Marco Haskins has 4 assists. So a lot of sharing going on, sort of in the Thanksgiving spirit, Deshaun.
Yeah, way to get in the theme there with the assist. I like it.
On the Braves side, no changes in their starting lineup from last time out when the Braves defeated Winston-Salem State. An 86-72 win over Winston-Salem State. Starting 5 for the Braves, a junior guard from Wesley Chapel, North Carolina. Number 0, Brandon Watts, the team's returning leading scorer from a year ago. The redshirt senior point guard from Fayetteville, North Carolina at 5'7", number 3, Alex Bradley, coming off a career day against Winston-Salem State when he had 11 assists. The third guard is sophomore Andrew Evans out of Raleigh, a transfer from Hampton-Sydney College. He wears number 25. And the forward pair, the freshman from Winston-Salem, number 4, Akia Pruitt, and the man in the middle, number 5, a redshirt junior from the Bronx, Nigel Grant. Both Grant and Bradley had double-doubles last time out against the Rams. And Akia Pruitt also impressed on Saturday. 17 points, 9 rebounds, and 5 blocked shots. Pruitt will be the one jumping center, wins the jump ball over Warren Powers, and the Braves have the first possession of this afternoon's ball game. And it's Bradley for UNCP, passes to Watts. He'll be guarded by Haskins. It's like a man-to-man defense by Chowan. Here's Watts. Down the lane, has Pruitt open. Fires for 3, not enough on it. Rebound taken by Chowan. Pruitt does have the range to hit from out there. Didn't get that one to fall. First possession for the visitors. Half step and a nice move by Cote. See if they go back to him. Pruitt guarding on the wing. This is Powers trying to back down. Spins to the middle. The layup no good, and Pruitt grabs the Braves' first rebound. Bradley towards the basket. Cut off. Tiptoeing the baseline. He stepped out. Turned over by UNC Pembroke. And after a possession where it took a long time to get into their offense, that time they sort of went into it right away, but Alex Bradley never passed it off.
Yeah, man, rushed a little bit on that play, but it's definitely early, and both teams trying to fill out each other.
The first time these teams have played each other, these schools, I should say, have played each other in 10 years. Certainly not as much of a scouting report as the Braves are used to in the Peach Belt Conference. Shot no good. Arroyo tips his own rebound. And now the Braves have numbers if they look to use it. Watts to Grant. Oh, Arroyo able to get back into the play. The Braves were ready to play 5-on-4 there. Get it back to Watts. Still 13 to shoot for UNC Pembroke. Watts in the lane. The fall-away shot is good, and we have our first bucket. It's Brandon Watts.
Good footwork and good spin move in the paint. Easy bucket.
Let's see if the Hawks can answer. Had a couple chances on that last trip with a tip by Arroyo not falling. To the right side it goes. This is Kate. Lost his footing, gets it off. To the left side, Arroyo. Down low, Haskins. Jump shot, no good. And Grant hauls in the rebound for UNCP. About 2 minutes in the books as we're just getting started in Pembroke. Braves with a 2-0 lead over Chowan. Around the perimeter from right to left, it's Bradley in front of the Hawks bench. Down to 8 to shoot. UNCP needs to look at the basket. Bradley fires with 2 on the shot clock, no good. Pruitt has the rebound tipped away. And here comes Hewitt to the basket, the reverse no good. And Watts has the rebound for the Braves. So a cold start offensively for the visitors from Chowan. Lobbing to the rim, Pruitt can't handle it. Would have been a nice play if he'd been able to finish that.
Sloppy start on both sides of the ball. As we see, both teams really need to slow down and get in their sets.
We've played almost 3 minutes now, seen just one make. One 0 of 5, UNCP 0 of 3, shooting the rock. Arroyo steps into a 3-ball, hand in his face, left it short. Pruitt might have gotten a piece of that. Here comes Watts. He will fire that in transition if you leave him open. Evans, left corner 3, yes. Andrew Evans knocks down the first 3-pointer of the game and almost gets a steal right afterwards.
Yeah, it was a good closeout, but not good enough. You have to be faster if you want to get to that corner 3.
Drive to the basket, a foul. It's going the other way. Alex Bradley draws the charge.
Good help defense there, picking up for his man and getting the charge.
So it'll be just the first foul of the game. We'll get a quick substitution now for Chowan as Joe Goodwin checks in. He's only appeared in one of the team's 2 games and played. Excuse me, this is Jeremy Smith, who had started the first 2 games. So we were surprised to not see him in the starting lineup as he replaces Warren Powers. Pruitt now. Up top for Watts, swings it to Bradley. Down low, Pruitt. Up with the shot, he's fouled. Good job in the low block. Shot clock was down to 4, and it will be Akia Pruitt going to the free throw line when we come back. 4 minutes in the books. Braves shutting out the Hawks in the early going, but it's still very early. 5-0 Braves. Braves fans, Adidas is the official apparel sponsor for all 17 of UNC Pembroke's varsity athletic teams. Adidas provides some of the most innovative products in the shoe and apparel industry and is one of the most recognizable brands worldwide. UNCP thanks Adidas for all of their support and offering the best for Braves athletes. With Deshaun Marine, I'm Cameron Songer. Thank you for joining us here this afternoon from Lumbee Guaranty Bank Court in the English E. Jones Center. And Deshaun, has kind of a sluggish start for both teams.
Yeah, for sure. Both teams again filling each other out, being the 2 teams that don't play each other that often. I think that'll change up in the next 5 minutes or so, though.
Talking a little bit during the break, certainly not a large, raucous crowd here with most of the students not around for the holiday as Pruitt misses the first free throw. there's that you have to kind of rely on your own energy, create your own energy. But also, this is just an odd time for a start of a game.
Yeah, it feels sort of different. The whole atmosphere feels sort of different. But I think both teams, as the score gets a little higher, and both teams getting their offenses a little faster, I think the atmosphere will crank up a little bit.
It feels more like a weekend kind of game than a weekday, as the holiday is in full effect. A nice step back jumper by Kevin Kate, and the Hawks have their first points. Bradley takes it quickly, gets right to the rim and lays it in. Alex Bradley causing shrugs from the Chowan bench. They don't know how to stop that. Good defense on Haskins. Watts trying to make some plays defensively. Straightaway three ball, around the rim, no good. Pruitt sails up, grabs the rebound. Good closeout by Grant to force the miss. Bradley lobbing down low, looking for Grant, tipped away, stolen. It ends up with Haskins. Misdribbled and out off of Chowan as Kevin Kate turns it over.
Interesting call there. I thought maybe it might be a little kick there, but other way we go.
I think perhaps he might have touched it after a little contact, but could have just stopped it in its tracks with the potential kicked ball. The Braves maybe catch a break, see if they can capitalize. Same starting five on the floor for UNC Pembroke. It's Bradley, Evans, Watts, Pruitt, and Grant. Watts swings the ball to his left. 13 to shoot for the Braves. Grant fires. Can't get this one. And the rebound by the Hawks, it's Kate. He's been a stat sheet stuffer in the early going. Extra pass made, baseline drive, tough shot around the rim, no good. Tipped up and in. I think Arroyo was the one who got his hand on that. He's the one who gets credited with the basket officially, and now Watts has the ball stripped. Dives on the floor, gets it to Bradley. Bradley looking for Grant, keeps the handle, puts up a shot, it's good. Nigel Grant, fancy work under the rim. 9-4 Braves lead as we start to see some offenses starting to click a little bit in this one after a very slow start to this game. Great no-look pass and the easy layup by Jeremy Smith. Looks like they're not afraid to have Arroyo go to the post there against the much smaller Alex Bradley. That's one of the risks you run by having a 5'7" point guard. Evans is open, fires a three, no good. Pruitt was boxed out, the ball went over the top of the backboard, so it's out of bounds.
Sometimes you can be a little too open. I think that was the case there. It was a nice, clean look. You just couldn't knock it down. But that's defense. You don't want to give up too many clean, open three-pointers like that.
3 subs for the Braves. It'll be Evans, Pruitt, and Bradley going to the bench, replaced by Murray Boyles, Kinsey, and Mike Smith. So Kinsey is the new point guard for the Braves, freshman from Atlanta. Pass goes to the right side. Grant trying to guard on the perimeter. Under the basket, traveling called. Too many steps there by Joe Goodwin. Excuse me, Jeremy Smith. I'm getting those confused on my sheet all day. I'll tell you what, hasn't been the cleanest start for the players, and up here in the booth, that can affect the broadcasters as well. Murray Boyles misses the shot, offensive rebound, Grant. Right back to Murray Boyles, slicing through the defense, lost the ball, taken by the Hawks. Played about 7 minutes, and with that easy layup by Chowan, it's back down to a 1-point game. That time it was Joe Goodwin who actually made that layup. 10 and 11 on the floor at the same time for Chowan. Goodwin, the junior from Little Rock, who had played just 6 minutes in the team's first 2 official games. Comes back down the floor. Chowan can take the lead on this trip. Arroyo back out top. This is Goodwin, guarded by Murray Boyles. To the right side, Haskins. Jump shot. Kinsey blocks that, and the Braves come back the other way. Here's Kinsey creating, goes to the rim, lays it in. Micah Kinsey for 2, and the Braves go back up by 3. Timeout taken by Chowan. This will become our under-12 media timeout, so we will take it with them. 11-8 is the Braves' lead. We'll be right back on the Braves Broadcast Network. Braves fans, ever wondered why our sponsor, Lumberton Chevrolet Buick Cadillac GMC, has such a long name? One reason is the tremendous variety of cars and trucks they offer to meet every need. Great-looking Chevrolets, Buicks, Cadillacs, and even GMC SUVs and trucks. They have everything from budget vehicles to top-of-the-line Cadillacs, so why would you shop anywhere else? Try their quick lube, and while your vehicle is being serviced, you can see for yourself. That's Lumberton Chevrolet Buick Cadillac GMC, located next to Lumberton High School. 12:16 to go in the first half. That last timeout was taken by Chowan, but became our under-12 media timeout. The Braves have a 3-point lead. Should get to see some extended action now, as neither team is in any kind of foul trouble. In fact, the Braves haven't committed any yet. Mounts guarding in the low block, straight up on defense, forced the miss by Smith.
Great rim protection there by the big man.
Careful not to draw foul as well, as Murray Boyle's pass is tipped out of bounds. The Braves to inbound. There's a shot clock never reset. So we'll have to stop and take a look at this. There's certainly more than 7 on the shot clock for the Braves.
Yeah, for sure.
They'll put 24 on, in fact. Seems like about the right number. The 5 for the Braves right now, it's Watts, Smith, Kinsey, Mounts, and Murray Boyles. A younger look for this Braves team. 1 senior, 1 junior. A freshman and 2 sophomores. Murray Boyles, one of those 2 sophomores, in the corner, trapped down to 4 to shoot. Dish out, looking for Watts. Needs to put it up. He does, and doesn't hit the rim. I'll tell you what, if that had even drawn iron, I would have been very impressed.
Yeah, for sure. And it looks like this zone defense that the Braves are seeing now is starting to give them a little fits these last few possessions.
Just the Braves' first turnover as a team on the shot clock violation. It's taken up the floor now by Andrew Lopez into the game for the first time for the Hawks. Handoff goes to Arroyo. Arroyo guarded by Watts. Throws it down low. Goodwin turns, faces the basket. He'll back down, Mounts, up with the shot. Crawls it over the rim and down. Jeremy Smith for 2. Watts is open and knocks down a 3.
That's how you can attack the zone right there. Dive in the middle, make the zone converge, and then shoot the 3-point off the pass.
The term is you try to shoot your opponents out of the zone, force them to abandon the zone defense they're comfortable playing. Arroyo turns down a screen, drives baseline, leaps up, has a pass, tipped away, stolen by Smith. Smith recovers it, and the Braves set on their half-court offense now. What a defensive play by Mike Smith. It was all set up by the defense at the rim by Brandon Watts. Kinsey finds Smith. Corner 3 ball. Can't get it to go. It went around the rim and out. And the Hawks have the rebound. Impressive rebounding in a zone, though, by Chowan. They had UNCP boxed out. Watts jumps the passing lane again. Here come the Braves. Watts hopping to the basket, gets clobbered, puts up a shot. And let's say if they've called that before the act of shooting or if they will give him 2 shots. Watts just walking right over to the free throw line as he was starting to hop to the basket there.
Yeah, good call there. It seemed like he was starting to gather to the rim.
I think if you're Chowan, you could perhaps make the argument that he wasn't in the act of shooting yet. But it was also a pretty hard foul, so they're perhaps lucky that it wasn't just a common foul.
Yes, for sure. Like the call by the ref there.
One more free throw here for Watts. And he knocks it in. Braves up by 6. Let's see if they're able to kind of take this one comfortably. Both of their wins at home so far this year have been by double digits. Braves 1-1 on the road away from Pembroke. And this layup good by Arroyo, a late whistle. Sort of a soft foul by Mike Smith. It's a 3-point play opportunity for Carlos Arroyo. First foul against the Braves. It's an encouraging sign that they've gone now 10.5 minutes without picking up a foul. But then you give that foul, and that's a tough one to swallow.
Yeah, I'm not sure if I've seen the foul there as well. It seemed like the referee called that one close.
And what do they say? The ball doesn't lie?
Yeah.
As There wasn't much of a foul there. Arroyo missed the free throw. So the lead stays at 4 for UNC Pembroke. Kinsey up top for Watts. To the elbow, spins, kicks it out. Murray Boyles slid the pivot foot that time. We've seen that a couple times this season from James Murray Boyles. Gets a little excited with the basketball on the wing, especially when it's not just a pure catch-and-shoot situation.
Yeah, we've seen a turnover from early as well, so he definitely needs to slow down a bit in this game.
After the turnover, Murray Boyles will head to the bench. Akia Pruitt back on for the Braves. A little over 9 minutes to go. Braves up by 4 over the Hawks of Chowan. Open three-point attempt. Too strong, and the rebound by Mounts. Off the miss by Andrew Lopez. Watts. Nice hesitation. Into the lane. Teardrop. Good. Brandon Watts can hurt you with a variety of shots. That's just one of them.
Yep, and we've seen him convert earlier with a spin move in the paint, so he's doing a good job getting to the rim and finishing.
Handoff goes to Grubbs. Up top, Smith. Bounce pass, a nice back cut.
Great pass.
Kinsey was beaten there, and the easy layup for Andrew Lopez. Here's Kinsey, a nice move. Gets rid of it, Mounts, now Smith. Smith, drive and dish. Kinsey perhaps wasn't expecting it. Teardrop, foul, and we'll go the other way. Offensive foul against Micah Kinsey. But the Braves are shooting 50% as a team, and the Hawks at just 40%. But turnovers, I think, for both teams have been the predominant story. Look at where the teams have been. 7 turnovers by the Braves, 5 by the Hawks. The Braves have as many turnovers as they have made field goals.
That's never a good sign.
Both teams have made 7 shots. The Braves have just made 2 more from behind the arc. Under the basket, a tough shot, no good. Climbing over the back, Joe Goodwin ripped that ball away from Pruitt and put it up for 2. Braves fans wanting a foul call there. Bradley tries to respond. Got it. Alex Bradley. That was a senior shot right there.
Yeah, and that's the second time we've seen him respond after a big bucket. He does a good job of getting down quickly after the other team scores getting points.
Bradley harasses the ball handler. Bad pass goes through the hands of Grubbs. Turned over by Chowan, and that will take us to a timeout on the floor. 7:34 to play in this first half. Braves 20, Hawks 16. Braves fans, season tickets for the 2016-17 home basketball season are on sale now, and premium chairback seats for the Peach Belt Conference's most electric environment can be purchased for as little as $70. This season's package includes 14 men's games and 13 women's games, and can be purchased by calling 910-521-6361 or visiting uncpbraves.com/tickets. 7:34 to go. Men's basketball taking on Chowan as it's the Braves with an early 4-point lead in a game that's been marred by a lot of turnovers. Hawks will try to force another turnover with a full-court pressure look out of the inbound, but the Braves are up to the task. Bradley to the left side. They swing it back over to Watts, trying to find Mounts on the right block. They have it to him now. Mounts tries to spin baseline, gets a step, puts up a tough shot. It's blocked, gets it back. Evans with 10 to shoot, fires a three. Yes! Andrew Evans from downtown, his second triple of this game.
Yeah, and Evans is a guy who likes taking tough shots, and that one was definitely a tough one, nothing but net.
How about the pass by Mounts? As Mounts dives on the floor to get the loose ball. Gets tied up, possession arrow favors Chowan. How about the big man, though? 6'10", diving on the floor to get a loose ball.
Yeah, and the coaching staff loves to see that big man get into that floor and get into the ball first.
So the shot clock had reset, and now they need to talk about whether it should have and where it should be. Something that coaches will tell you doesn't take much talent. It's just the desire to get the ball. Certainly Carson Mounts has skills, and you can have a lot of skills and not want to dive on the floor, and you can turn a lot of coaches against you by having that kind of approach in the game. Under the basket, drive to the rim, and the finish by Jeremy Smith. Mounts was right on his hip there, nearly had the block. Bradley steps back, foot's on the line. Oh, they call it a three. So a three for Alex Bradley. It looked like his foot was on the line from up here. The Braves will take it. Bradley tries to reach in. A great drive and finish by Hank Edmonds, who's into this game for the first time. Here we go, some offense both ways as Bradley gets it poked away, and Edmonds comes away with the basketball. A lot of contact being allowed to go in this game, and a tough finish at the rim by Smith. Inbounds pass stolen. Pruitt has the block. There's a foul. Boy, the Braves got casual with the inbounds there. And Marco Haskins, the one to pick it off.
Yeah, 2 bad turnovers in a row by the Braves. They definitely need to slow it down and take the easy pass.
Just the first personal on Akia Pruitt. The third team foul. So we have 3 team fouls each way. And at the line to shoot 2 is Marco Haskins, where he's 4 of 5 this season so far. Can make this just a 2-point game. Good looking stroke at the line as he hits the first. Sub for the Braves, Carson Mounts out, Nigel Grant back in. And the Braves are back to their starting 5 out there on the floor. Grant, Pruitt, Evans, Watts, and Bradley. One more free throw for sophomore Marco Haskins as he converts both free throws. Now a whistle. And let's see what this is all about. It looked like they're pointing at Nigel Grant. There was never a horn when Grant subbed into the game for Mounts. And it looks like I don't see any changes and there's no announcement being made. Perhaps just a warning about something. If we get that figured out, we will let you know. Final 6 minutes of the first half. Watts for 3. No good this time. Rebound by Chowan. They can take the lead on this trip. To the sideline, head coach Brett Vincent calling out the play for the Hawks. Bad pass, Evans never touched it, goes out of bounds.
Yeah, that was going to be a turnover either way. If the pass was on target, Evans would have got to it.
Look now at the turnover stats for both teams. 9 by the Braves, 7 by the Hawks. It's been a sloppy first half of basketball. Grant for 3, not this time. Rebound Chowan. Up the floor with Edmonds. Throws it up top for Goodwin. Looking down low, nearly turned over. Wild pass back up top. Lucky to keep possession this time, and the layup converted by Jeremy Smith. The Hawks take a 1-point lead. Both teams playing a little bit out of control right now. Shots falling a little bit better for both teams, who are each hitting 50% of their shots. Bradley on the right side, down low for Grant. Grant gets doubled, gets a man up in the air, lays it up, and gets the roll. Nigel Grant with the great up fake.
Yep, great finish, great up and under, like you said.
4 points in the game now for Grant. He'll match up with Jeremy Smith, who leads all scorers with 10 already. Evans gets the steal. A lot of contact both ways. Officials letting them play. Watts the floater, no good. Rebound tipped out, a nice play by Pruitt. Evans tried to do too much on that pass. So it's still a 1-point Braves lead. Ben Miller very frustrated over there on the Braves sideline, trying to talk to the official a little bit, who's telling him he's heard enough. Around the perimeter to the left side, it goes to Haskins, down low. Moving screen, foul against Chowan, no shot. Calling on number 4, Hank Edmonds, the junior from Columbia, South Carolina. His first, team's fourth. And Warren Powers will come back on and give Jeremy Smith a breather. Smith has been really the man today for Chowan, leading them with 10 points. As we approach the 4-minute mark in the first half, Braves with a 1-point edge. Here's Grant. No good. Evans tried to read that rebound, and it's controlled by Robert Grubbs. Ben Miller, you can hear him yelling at Nigel Grant from over here. Not happy with the shot selection. Message perhaps that the big man shoots that three. There's no one there to grab the rebound. Pruitt trying to protect the rim. The shot's no good. It bounces to Evans. Here come the Braves again. No numbers. Evans gets it to the point guard, Bradley. Bradley calls out the play. Gets it finally to Watts. Watts with the head of steam to the basket. Layup no good. Rebound batted around. Pruitt has it up with the shot. He's fouled. It will be 2 free throws for Akia Pruitt when we come back. A timeout on the floor with 3:15 remaining in the first half. UNCP leading Chowan 27-26. Back here in Pembroke, where Braves fans, we remind you that you can receive rewards for attending UNCP home athletic events during the 2016-17 season. Visit the App Store on your smartphone and download #BraveNation, UNCP's new fan engagement app. The app can be found on the Apple Store or on Google Play. Search #BraveNation. With Deshaun Vereen, I'm Cameron Songer. Final 3 minutes of the first half. Braves leading the Hawks of Chowan 27-26, and it hasn't always been pretty here, Deshaun.
Nah, not quite. Seeing a lot of turnovers on both sides of the ball, especially when the teams try to go a little up-tempo and get a little sloppy with the passes.
2 free throws coming up for Akia Pruitt, who's been hitting 77% of his free throws this season. But this is the first, so he's now 0 of 3 at the stripe in this game. Second free throw is good, and the Braves have a 2-point edge. First point of the day for Akia Pruitt, freshman who's averaging 10 points per game on this young season. To the left wing, it's held by Grubbs. Shot clock already down to 10 on the Hawks. Evans gets called for pushing off that time. Trying to deny position down low to the bigger Joe Goodwin. Foul on Evans is his first, and the 4th on the Braves as a team. Pruitt can't get a piece of that shot. It goes right in for Joe Goodwin. Tell you what, the way the first couple games have been played here at home for the Braves, a lot of fouls called, and this one not nearly as many. They're letting a lot more go. Watts gets the ball after the tip. Evans for 3. Count it. Andrew Evans has another 3-pointer to his name in this first half. All 9 of his points coming by way of the 3 ball. That's what he can do, really stretch the defense. He could be the one to shoot the Hawks out of their zone. Nice back cut. Watts got lucky on the miss. Pruitt gets the block on the shot by Haskins. The Braves have the rebound. Watts, hop and drive. Back to Bradley, who sets up the play as we go under 2 minutes left before halftime. Man-to-man defense this time by the Hawks, not wanting to get burned from behind the arc again. The shot clock down to 7. Bradley in trouble. Looks up, sees the shot clock. 3. He needs to fire. After a hard screen by Grant, got him open. Offensive rebound. Evans puts up a wild shot. No good. Pruitt controls the board. Braves can have some time here. Pruitt with the hook shot. No good. Watts dunks it home. Brandon Watts on the tip dunk. He does that so well. Reads rebounds and knocks them in with some power.
And that's a definitely good way to add some energy to your squad.
We talked about not too many students on campus here today. Not a large crowd with the 4 p.m. start time. Have to create your own energy. Brandon Watts just gave the Braves a shot in the arm.
Yeah, that dunk will certainly do it. We'll see how Chowan responds.
Sometimes you see players, after you give up a dunk like that, try to get one back. Let's see what the Hawks try to do here. They'll take the easy layup for Jeremy Smith. But he might try to do too much on that. Now Bradley will look for a 3. Not this time. Long rebound. Hawks have it as we have 1 minute to go in the first half. Thinking about this 3, not taken. To the free throw line, tipped back out. A close game throughout this first half. Neither team has really been able to establish much of a lead. Just inside the arc, a tough shot by Haskins. That's a low percentage look. Now an 8 or 9 second difference between the shot clock and game clock. Alex Bradley walks it up for the Braves. See if they call a timeout here. They have a use it or lose it timeout that they haven't used yet. Murray Boyles as the Hawks back in that 2-3 zone. Bradley for 3, no good. Rebound Grant under the basket, puts it back up, and it's dunked home by Murray Boyles. Hawks saying that was still on the rim. They'll count the bucket.
Close.
A very close call.
But the Braves will take it.
Braves will take it as the clock winds down here in the first half. Traveling call. 3.6 seconds left. That's a couple calls that the Hawks have reason to complain about.
Yeah, I think the putback on the last one definitely was reason to complain. Interesting to see if we get a timeout here.
Bradley will use a head of steam, get going towards the basket, puts up a double pump 3 and misses by a wide margin on that shot. So we go to halftime in this one, 35-30. The Braves have the lead over the visiting Hawks of Chowan College. Hawks at 2-0 this season. They haven't lost to a D2 opponent yet this year. Braves at 3-1, trying to stay perfect on their home floor. A good one in Pembroke. We hope you'll stay tuned for the second half coming up in just a little while on the Braves Broadcast Network. back in the English E. Jones Center on Lumbee Guaranty Bank Court here in Pembroke, North Carolina. The Braves leading the Chowan University Hawks 35-30 as we get ready to begin the second half. With Deshaun Vereen, I'm Cameron Songer. And Deshaun, not the greatest first half for either team, but we still have a ball game on our hands.
Yeah, for sure. And hopefully after both teams went to the locker room and discussed the first half, we'll see a better basketball game.
Braves were +8 in the rebound margin, but committed 6 more turnovers as Grant can't finish at the rim. Ball poked loose. Chowan gets the rebound. Hawks now going from left to right across the hardwood here on Lumbee Guaranty Bank Court. The 2-0 Hawks, the 3-1 Braves. On the right side, driving the lane, a lot of steps, a lot of contact as well. They'll call the foul as Andrew Lopez tried to drive the lane for Chowan. A foul on the floor, so the Hawks will get a fresh 30 to shoot, and they'll inbound from the baseline. Foul called on Evans, second on him, first foul on the Braves here in the second half. Baseline, kick out goes back to the right side, right corner, good up fake, open man. Arroyo hangs onto it, now it's up top with Smith. Smith, tough shot, no good, gets his own rebound, lost it, gets it back, puts it up, no good. Looks like Grant tipped that and finally controls. Pruitt in the short corner, spins, puts up the shot. No good, rebound Chowan. Watts, careful, very nearly picks up a foul there. Very aggressively going for the ball. It's Arroyo now. That's up top, Smith. Hands off. To the left side, Haskins for 3. Count it. Give him all 3 of those. A very tough shot, but he still knocked it in. It's down to a 2-point lead for UNC Pembroke.
Not a good sign for the Braves who they're hitting tough shots like that one.
What the Hawks, 0 of 3 from deep in that first half. Now Evans trying to respond. He does. What a shot by Andrew Evans.
A little body contact as well as it came down. That could have easily been an and 1.
Can't defend those last couple threes much better from either team. Kick out goes back outside. Here's Lopez. More passing from the Hawks. They still have 15 to shoot. Down to 11 on the shot clock. Lob down low. Grant, look out below. He landed right on top of his opponent that time. That's going to be a foul.
Yeah, can't argue that one.
Just nice to see Jeremy Smith is okay there. He shakes that off. Grant landed basically directly on his neck. It could have been a lot worse. Inbounds pass to Arroyo. Already 2 fouls against the Braves here in the second half. Nice extra pass under the rim, and the shot good by Joe Goodwin. What the Braves whistled for just 4 fouls in the first half. Hawks whistled for 5. The officials let a lot of things go in the first 20 minutes of play. Bradley gets it down low. Pruitt spins. Righty hook is good. Akia Pruitt uses the kind hometown rims and gives the Braves a 5-point lead. Pruitt, 3 points now this afternoon. To the left side, Arroyo, a quick first step. Dish goes to the right corner. 3-point attempt, Lopez, no good. Offensive rebound, Goodwin sends it back outside. Extra pass, here's Smith dialing long distance. Can't connect, another offensive board by the Hawks, and right to the rim. Double pump layup good by Jeremy Smith. Braves look a little confused on the glass that time.
Yeah, you're going to get those easy buckets like that if you continue to give up offensive rebounds.
Pruitt is wide open for 3 and airballs it. I think he was surprised by how open he was. You can see Bradley a little frustrated with that. I think that's not the message you might want to send as the point guard. You need to encourage your teammates to keep shooting those if they're open.
Yeah, it was a good open look there. I'm guessing maybe he wanted him in the paint or to step up and get the mid-range, but it was a good open look, just didn't fall.
Been a slow day today for Akia Pruitt, just 3 points on 1 of 6 shooting. Chowan scores again to make it a 1-point game. Basket by Lopez, he's got 4. Game high scorer is Jeremy Smith for the Hawks. He's got 14. Braves have been led by Evans, who's got 12, and Watts, who has 11. Chowan's Jeremy Smith called for the foul, his first, team's first of the second half. Breather now for Andrew Evans of the Braves. Mike Smith back on for the black and gold. Bradley looking for someone to throw this inbounds pass to. Has a cutting Pruitt. Lays it up. Can't get it to go. Rebound tipped out. Hawks move it up the floor. Smith. Tight defense. Up with the layup. No good. Great defense at the rim by Pruitt to force the miss. As the Hawks were going for the lead on that shot. Pruitt sends it over to Bradley. Bradley dribbles into a three ball. Too short. Rebound tipped around. Ends up in the hands of the Hawks. Bradley tried to poke it loose, and it will go out off Alex Bradley. He was too successful in trying to poke that ball away. And with 15:56 to go, there's a timeout on the floor. We'll be right back on the Braves Broadcast Network. Just a one-point game. Braves fans, Adidas is the official apparel sponsor for all 17 of UNC Pembroke's varsity athletic teams. Adidas provides some of the most innovative products in the shoe and apparel industry and is one of the most recognizable brands worldwide. UNCP thanks Adidas for all of their support and offering the best for Braves athletes. 4 minutes into the second half, looks like the team's starting to wake up a little bit, crashing the boards, getting after it, cleaning up some of the turnovers, and it's turned into a close game again.
Yeah, I think that's the biggest thing right there. You clean up some of the turnovers, and it's definitely easy to get into your sets and get easier buckets.
Right side, Goodwin throws it up top. Smith to the basket, lays it up and in, and the Hawks take a 1-point lead. But the Braves had some trouble just inbounding the ball. You saw it there again for a split second as Bradley nearly coughed it up. Many turnovers by the Braves in that first half. Grant with a spin move, gets ahead of steam, has his shot blocked. They'll call the foul. Joe Goodwin doesn't like the call, but Nigel Grant got right to the cup.
Yeah, he did. It was certainly maybe a little bit of a late call if you want to go with that direction, but there was definitely body contact on that play. It was a good, aggressive drive.
2 free throws for Nigel Grant. The Braves are just 3 of 6 at the free throw line so far today as Grant rattles in the first free throw. For Grant, this is his first trip to the line today. He's at 82% on the season. Second free throw for Grant. Also good. The Braves crawl back in front by 1. And now will press full court with Smith, Watson, Bradley, allowing Pruitt and Grant to stay back and defend the rim. Arroyo, pressured by Bradley, gets a step, has to retreat. Backing down on Bradley, right hook in the paint, good. Carlos Arroyo has the size mismatch there on point guard Alex Bradley and used it. Second or third time we've seen that from one of the Chowan guards. Grant in the lane, spins, lays it in. Aggressive take by Nigel Grant. Braves back up by 1. Grant tries to take a charge, that time stepped around. A great move by Jeremy Smith. And it's the Hawks back in front by 1. Not too much a defender can do trying to guard one-on-one there. Now the Hawks in a 2-3 zone. Watts back to Bradley. Up fake and drive, penetrates and dishes. Watts is open, fires a 3. No good. Offensive rebound by Mike Smith. Tries on the follow-up, and it's good. Second chance points for Mike Smith. Braves 46, Hawks 45. First 2 points of the day for Mike Smith. Here we go. Both teams settling in on offense and defense. Arroyo going to the basket. No help defense at all from Brandon Watts, and that's too easy.
Yeah, you got to have better paint defense off that pick and roll.
the Braves are going to play a man-to-man, you need to recognize when to come in and help. Now it's Smith. Looks like the Hawks back to a man-to-man after UNCP picked apart the zone. Bradley in trouble under the basket, has it stripped and taken away by Chowan. A little slow to push the ball up the floor is Arroyo, kind of waiting for everybody to get up and get ready. Cost them a potential fast break opportunity. To the left side, held by Goodwin. Gives it off. Lopez looking back for Goodwin, trying to get it to him. Along the baseline, in trouble. Ball trickles out of bounds. Bradley was the last to touch it. Hawks up by 1. As we get a sub. Chowan sending Jeremy Smith back to the bench. Just 6 to shoot. Quick inbounds trigger by Haskins. Pure on the jumper.
Good inbound play there. Getting him a nice look.
Bradley down the lane, keeps the dribble alive, back outside Smith. Hopping to the basket, unkind roll, rebound tipped out, Hawks in transition now. It's Haskins pulling up for 3 in transition. Barely drew iron, and Watts comes back, grabs the rebound. A lot of contact, and they'll say it was kicked out by Haskins. There's a lot of contact being allowed to continue there. They correct the score. That last shot was a 3 by Chowan, so it's a 50-46 lead. They had just 2 up for that shot for a couple seconds.
Yeah, and the Braves gonna need someone to take control of this game. We see a lot of people walking around with their heads down right now. We need better body language and someone to take over and get some big buckets.
This Chowan team is most likely not going to beat themselves. They're 2-0. Coming off a 19-9 year, they know how to win. Smith on the left side, he tries a 3, can't get it to go. Murray Boyles, careful not to go over the back there, allows the rebound by Chowan. 12.5 minutes to play in this one. Hawks by 4. Pass to the right side, Haskins. Haskins bounces it to the left elbow for Goodwin. Set in their offense now. UNCP in the man-to-man still. Nice extra pass, reverse layup converted by Joe Goodwin. And let's see if the Braves take a timeout now. They've gone cold. Chowan has made 5 of their last 6. Braves are just 2 of their last 8. Murray Boyles changes that with 3.
Big basket there by Murray Boyles off the bench.
First 3-point bucket of the day for Murray Boyles. Now a quick response converted by Kevin Kute. .5 left. Braves still looking at a 6-point deficit. Murray Boyles, 1 dribble pull-up from the free throw line. That's the tough shot. Gets his own rebound, has it blocked. He was, I thought the last to touch it. It goes out off Chowan. The Braves will have 28 to shoot, but a 6-point deficit when we come back. You're listening to UNCP Braves men's basketball. Braves fans, ever wondered why our sponsor, Lumberton Chevrolet Buick Cadillac GMC, has such a long name? One reason is the tremendous variety of cars and trucks they offer to meet every need. Great-looking Chevrolets, Buicks, Cadillacs, and even GMC SUVs and trucks. They have everything from budget vehicles to top-of-the-line Cadillacs, so why would you shop anywhere else? Try their quick lube while your vehicle is being serviced. You can see for yourself. That's Lumberton Chevrolet Buick Cadillac GMC, located next to Lumberton High School. 11:23 left in this one. Braves trailing Chowan 55-49. A long inbounds pass, and Watts has to run to chase this down. And the Braves ready to go on offense now. Hawks showing now a 3-2 zone by the looks of things. Down low, nice jump pass, and it's Mounts with the finish on the assist by Micah Kinsey. First 2 points of the day for Carson Mounts. Braves trail by 4. On the left side, Kute throws it up top. Powers gets called, or draws a foul, excuse me. And it goes against James Murray Boyles of UNCP. It'll be the first on Murray Boyles and the team's third of the second half. Haskins will inbound for the Hawks as they all line up. Braves just let them run that little play. Up top, Smith looking for a pass, has a cutter, and the layup good by Kevin Kute. Cut right past Mike Smith on that finish. Kute's got 7. The Hawks lead is 57-51. Mounts goes back to work on the low block, back outside Kinsey. Jab step, drive, double pump, layup is good. Micah Kinsey, a freshman from Atlanta, has his second basket of the day. He picks up full court against Arroyo. Braves down by 4 and battling. Watts guarding tightly Haskins. Haskins thought about a shot, gives it off. Watts, tight defense, kick out, open corner 3. Haskins converts. Leaves the hand up. As those shots starting to go now for Chowan. They didn't make a single 3-pointer in the first half. Yeah,
it looked like Maury Burrows got a little lost there, maybe trying to get on transition offense and left his man just a little too open on that corner 3.
Largest lead of the game now for the Hawks at 7. Kinsey finds Murray Boyles. Wanted to take that 3, instead finds Watts, who will take the 3, and he'll hit. Brandon Watts from downtown. This is turning into a 3-point shooting contest.
Yeah, Watts did that confidently as well. That's the key, no hesitation.
9.5 to go. Hawks lead is 4. Arroyo, a quick first step to the basket, pinned against the backboard by Kinsey. What a block. Here's Kinsey taking it up after the pass from Mounts. That's a freshman point guard making a big play at the rim. Smith over to Murray Boyles. They just play give and go. Now Murray Boyles finds Kinsey with a head of steam up to the basket, lays it in, and one. Micah Kinsey going rim to rim and controlling the paint. 6 foot 160. It's not usually the frame of somebody you expect to make plays at the basket like that.
Not even that, but it was a nice, pretty finish too by McKenzie, giving us strong minutes off the bench.
Kinsey can make this a 1-point game with the free throw, and he does just that. 9:06 to go in this one. Chowan will make a substitution as Joe Goodwin comes out, and back on is Warren Powers. Full court defense by the Braves will be Kinsey, Watts, Smith in the front court with Murray Boyles and Mounts in the back court. That's an interesting, versatile lineup for the Braves with a lot of youth. Sophomores, Murray Boyles and Mounts are the forwards. Watts is a junior at the wing. Mike Smith, a senior who doesn't have a ton of experience, and then the freshman point guard, Micah Kinsey, as Watts gets hit with that foul, his first, team's 4th. Watts looked stunned about that foul call. I thought it was pretty clear cut. There was a lot of contact and a hand check. More good defense from Watts. This time forces it to slip away. A whistle, another foul. This one called on Murray Boyles.
Seeing a lot of tripping going on, at least a lot of slipping on the floor right now.
Slipping and sliding. I'll tell you what, the reaction from Watts when he thought there was a foul on him versus once he realized it wasn't on him. Nice finish at the rim by Jeremy Smith. Foul trouble could become a problem for the Braves. There are 5 team fouls against the UNCP this half. Watts open, fires a 3, gets it to go. Brandon Watts ties this game at 62. He is not a guy who hides his emotions a lot on the floor. Wears his heart on his sleeve, and he is a hard-working player for this UNCP team. Looking for a response. Chowan can't get it. Rebound, Kinsey. Fires up ahead, Murray Boyles. No numbers for the white shirts. Murray Boyles over to the corner. Smith, an up fake, steps back, fires a three. He's fouled and one! A 4-point play opportunity for Mike Smith.
Big bucket there. Big bucket. Good. Got his man up off the pump fake. Stepped back to the three-point line. Got the and one. That was a great shot.
As a coach, I'm not sure how comfortable Ben Miller is with step-back threes by Mike Smith. But if he can make those, the coach has to let him keep shooting, I guess. Wow.
Definitely showed a lot of confidence there.
Missed the free throw, so no 4-point play. But the Braves do take a 3-point lead as we go under 8 minutes to play in this one. On the left side, Arroyo uses a screen, throws up top. Whistle away from the ball. And Watts got tangled up and gets called for the foul, his second, team sixth. 7:48 to play in this one. A fun back-and-forth shootout we have here now, ladies and gentlemen. We'll be right back. Back here in Pembroke as we take a look at the upcoming schedule on our radio channel, UNCP football on the road, taking on North Alabama in the second round of the NCAA football playoffs. That kickoff is at 1 p.m. On Sunday, women's basketball takes on Wingate back here on our home video streaming channel. That's at 1:30 on Sunday afternoon. And then next week, split up again. Wednesday, St. Augustine's comes to town for a women's basketball game at 5:30, and the men's basketball team is on the road taking on Winston-Salem State at 7 p.m. For more information, visit uncpbraves.com. 3-point lead for UNC Pembroke taking on Chowan here this afternoon. As Kinsey gets hit with the reach-in, that's the Braves' seventh, and it puts Chowan at the free throw line for a 1-and-1 opportunity to be taken by Marco Haskins.
Bad foul given there.
Haskins, the top scorer for Chowan coming into today's game, averaging 20 points per game. The Braves have him at 11 right now. Not a guy who's taken a ton of free throws, 4 or 5 at the line coming into today's game. And he misses the front end of the 1-and-1. Watts up the floor for UNCP. Off a Murray Boyles screen, lost his footing. In trouble, fires to Murray Boyles, left corner, 3-point attempt. No good. And the rebound by Powers of Chowan. Murray Boyles guarding this drive, hop-stepping through the defense. That got blocked. Not sure who got it, but now the Braves in transition. No-look pass to Murray Boyles, and the layup good. Brandon Watts getting creative in transition.
Yeah, Braves doing a good job. They struggled up-tempo earlier, turning over the ball. Right now they're doing a great job.
Kinsey got the ball poked away, was ready to go the other way with a steal, and then they'll call the foul. That'll be number 3 on Kinsey. And if the last one was a bad foul, this is not much better. If anything, it's worse.
Yeah, that's 2 quick fouls on Kinsey there, too. Maybe showing his age and lack of experience right now.
We'll put Carlos Arroyo at the free throw line. Arroyo out of Puerto Rico. Crafty defender himself, who's averaging 4 steals per game. Came in hitting just half of his free throws, but does convert the front end of the 1-and-1. 9 points in the game now for Arroyo. One more free throw to try to make this just a 1-score game. Arroyo lines it up, knocks it down. Double figures now for the senior guard. 4 of the 5 players on the court for Chowan right now have 10-plus points. The other guy, Kute, has 7. It's not been a particularly deep bench and not a particularly productive bench for Chowan today. Murray Boyles draws a blocking foul. And some sarcastic cheers from the Pembroke fans. Second personal on Smith. Team's 5th. Up top, Kinsey. It's been a while since we've seen Alex Bradley out there for the Braves. Kinsey's been more than sufficient in the backup point guard spot. Watts gets to work. 3-pointer with a hand in his face. Count it. Brandon Watts can't be stopped here today for UNCP. He's got 20.
Speaking of filling it there, tough basket.
In case you're wondering what the career high is for Brandon Watts, it's 37, so he still has a way to go to get there. There's about 6 minutes to play in this one. 20-point games are close to the norm for Brandon Watts, especially down the home stretch last season. This one turned over by Chowan. Braves basketball with a 6-point lead. Inbounds pass goes to Watts. He's feeling it right now. You can tell by the way he's walking the ball up the floor. Let's see if he takes a heat check kind of shot. Kinsey holds, gets it back outside Murray Boyles. Watts holds, throws down low, Mounts. Mounts towards the basket, a lot of contact. He's fouled and will go to the line to shoot 2.
Yeah, and I love to see the big man being aggressive when he gets the ball. Good job keeping the ball high, attacking the rim.
Well, Carson Mounts, the scouting report should be that he has one move that he really likes to use, which is the righty hook shot. He's showing today that he has other moves. He hasn't even gone to the hook shot in this contest. That's really important for the development of the sophomore center.
For sure.
No good on the first free throw by Mounts. He's got 2 points today, and the Braves with a 70-64 lead over Chowan. Second free throw is good. Mounts calmly walks back on defense, lets the Braves set up a quick look at a full court press. Said Watts will pick up right at half court. Braves don't have any fouls to give. Bonus situation in effect for Chowan. On the right side, Haskins throws it back up top. To the left wing, Kute dials long distance, connects. A 3-pointer for Kute. Now all 5 Chowan players on the floor in double figures. That is an impressive stat for you. Arroyo, Goodwin, Smith, Kute, and Haskins, all with 10 or more points. Murray Boyles, the reverse, no good. Mounts there for the easy tip in. Carson Mounts has the Braves' last 3 points. And the lead is at 6. Under 5 minutes to go. Kute on the left side. Thought about a 3. Jumped up, had to get rid of it. Now attacking Mounts on the perimeter. Good defense by the big man. The layup still falls for Joe Goodwin. Goodwin, the transfer from Lewisburg Community College out of Little Rock, Arkansas. Watts could get trapped here, gets rid of it, finds Kinsey. Kinsey over to Murray Boyles, under the basket, puts up the shot, it's good. James Murray Boyles has 9, and that's a nice looking assist from Micah Kinsey.
Great choice of coming down with that ball instead of trying to force it.
Could have tried for a tip in like an alley-oop. Just went up strong with it. 4:06 to go, Braves with a 6-point lead. Arroyo to the basket, shot no good. Rebound batted around. Smith comes away with it for UNC Pembroke. Braves perfect on their home floor so far this year, 2-0 early in the season. Trying to establish English E. Jones Center as a difficult place to win. Watts is open, 3-point attempt. Not this time, that went off the support wire, out of bounds, and will take us to a timeout on the floor. 3:36 left in this one. It's a 75-69 lead, and we'll be right back. Braves fans, remember to tune in every Saturday morning at 9:30 on WFXB Fox TV for the UNCP Sports Black and Gold Report presented by Pepsi. It's a show all about UNC Pembroke athletics as we bring you interviews with coaches, highlights, and special features around the UNCP athletic department. Tune in Saturdays at 9:30 a.m. on WFXB Fox TV. And if you're outside the coverage area, on our YouTube channel right here on Monday morning following the airing of the show. Deshaun Marine, I'm Cameron Songer. Thank you for joining us for this matinee edition of UNCP men's basketball, taking on the Chowan University Hawks. Braves with a 6-point lead as we come down the home stretch. On the floor for UNCP, it's Bradley, Smith, Murray Boyles, Grant, and Watts. So great minutes off the bench by freshman Micah Kinsey, but he will go back to the bench as Mike Smith gets hit with his foul call. Second personal on Smith and the 9th team foul on the Braves, so it'll be a 1-and-1 for Chowan. Assuming we won't see any more of Kinsey, he finishes with 7 points, 3 of 3 from the floor, and 4 assists. As Kevin Coute knocks down the first free throw. Coute now 2 of 2 from the free throw line. And the Braves, with any more fouls, it'll be 2 shots the rest of the way for Chowan. Both free throws good, and it's a 4-point game. Full court trapping defense by the Hawks. Watts is in some trouble. A long pass that's intercepted. Coming back the other way. The layup no good. Offensive board batted around. Bradley might have gotten a piece of it. It's still loose. Murray Boyles has it. It's ripped away by Coute. And another chance by Chowan. He fires a 3. No good. Offensive rebound Chowan. Reverse layup no good. Another chance for Chowan. And this one turned over. Smith draws a foul as he got poked on that one. Way too many chances, though.
That was a
for
wild sequence for both teams there.
Third personal on Joe Goodwin. If you look at the rebounding stats, Chowan now with 9 offensive rebounds compared to 13 by the Braves, as the Braves are +7 on the glass. But, boy, too many more sequences like that, and it won't stay that way for long. 7th team foul on the Hawks, so Mike Smith goes to the line to shoot 1-and-1. Bonus situation in effect for both teams in the final 3 minutes of this one. Smith's free throw, good. An ideal day at the line for the Braves. They're just 9 of 14 now, or excuse me, 8 of 13. 62% at the free throw line. Second free throw is good. So they hit some clutch free throws. Mike Smith makes it a 6-point Braves lead. Coute guarded by Bradley. Right at the Brave Head logo midcourt. On the left side, hesitation dribble. Now he fires the 3. Can't get this to go. Around the rim and out. Rebound Grant hands it off for Bradley. And UNCP should be in no rush on this trip down the floor. Chance to take some time off the clock. Goes to Murray Boyles, back to Bradley. Uses the Grant screen. Down low, Murray Boyles, nice position on the block. Gets blocked, and Grant recovers. Shot clock down to 10. Watts has it poked away, recovered by Chowan this time. And the Braves did run 20 seconds off, but didn't get a look at the basket. 2:10 remaining, still a long way to go, especially with both teams over the foul limit. Coute driving on Bradley. The layup is good as Murray Boyles couldn't get to it, and now Chowan will call a timeout. It's actually the first called timeout of the second half, and we will take it with them. A 4-point Braves lead with 2:01 to go. Don't go anywhere. This is UNCP men's basketball. With Deshaun Vereen, I'm Cameron Songer on the Braves Broadcast Network. UNCP with a 77-73 lead over the Chowan University Hawks. Deshaun, what do you think the Braves need to do to close this one out?
Right now, they need to focus on defense. Make sure you don't give up any easy buckets. If they do score, make it as hard as possible without fouling and taking time off the clock on offense.
2:01 left in this game. It sounds like not that much. It can really be a very long, drawn-out process. Or if the Braves are efficient on offense, they could run this down fairly quickly. Bradley going quickly, gives it to Grant. Grant gets 2 men up in the air with the pump fake. The layup is good and one.
Of course, if you can get an and one, you don't need to slow down the offense. You want to take you definitely going to take that anytime you can get it.
Bradley broke the full court pressure all by himself. It's the foul called on Jeremy Smith. It's his 4th. So the top scorer today for the Hawks now doesn't have any more fouls to use as Grant converts the three-point play, giving the Braves a 7-point lead. Nigel Grant up to 11 points. Kute across the timeline. Nice move, gets into the lane, a wild shot. Grant tips the rebound up. Watts has it. Watts gets poked, and there's a foul called against Chowan. We'll go the other way and shoot free throws. Just 1 second ran off the shot clock there, and it gives Brandon Watts, who's been the hot shooter today for the Braves, a chance to add to his 20 points. Foul called on Goodwin. It'll be his 4th as well. So both of the post players today for Chowan, who've been playing the lion's share of minutes, both Smith and Goodwin, have 4 fouls now. But at this late stage of the game, don't see Brett Vincent going to his bench anymore. Watts, front end of the 1-and-1 is good. Both teams now at 9 team fouls, so any more and it's a double bonus. Watts, so good at the free throw line here. One more free throw now, and it's good. 22 in the game for Brandon Watts. The UNCP lead is 9. Starting to feel like the Braves at a comfortable point in this one. Smith down the left side of the lane, bumped by Murray Boyles before the shot. It'll be a 2-shot foul either way. No doubt about that foul call. A lot of contact. Murray Boyles beaten by the initial burst. 3rd personal on Murray Boyles. And to the line for 2 free throws is Jeremy Smith. Here, Jeremy Smith averaging close to a double-double in the first 2 games of the regular season for Chowan. 19 points, 8.5 rebounds per game. Those are strong numbers. 21 in the game now for Smith as he hits the first free throw. He also has 8 rebounds, so he's been right around those season averages, and that's hard to do. A very high standard he's setting for himself at the start of this season. 2nd free throw, no good, up in the air, tipped. Bradley draws a foul. Not often you see somebody who's back on a free throw, is it? Not in the lane, have to work on boxing out. That's exactly what Bradley had to do, and he did.
Yeah, and great call there. Definitely rose up over him and threw him to get that ball.
So it puts Bradley at the line. His first trip to the stripe in this game, as he's got 6 points. That last foul on Kute, his 4th. So now 3 different Chowan players have 4 fouls. Bradley, 2 shots, and the first one's good. Back to 9, the lead for UNCP. Sub for the Hawks, as it had been very briefly, Jalen Gilliam into the game. It was just to try to prevent Smith from picking up that 5th foul. Both free throws good from Bradley. The Braves lead is 10. There's under 90 seconds to play. It would take something really special for Chowan to come back in this one. Arroyo trying to drive on Smith, lost the ball, goes out to the corner. Step back jump shot on the way from Smith. Too strong, airballed under the basket. Arroyo puts it up, can't get it to go. Smith has the rebound, puts it back up and in. Braves kind of just watching there, as we'll get a timeout taken by Chowan. Just a 30-second timeout, I believe, so we'll keep it here. Ben Miller looks a little confused, and Drew Richards even more so. They're both pretty animated right now. I can't read lips, but the question is probably, why didn't we grab that rebound? just why?
Yeah, at least fight, box out something. That was definitely too easy back-to-back rebounds.
Just maybe starting to think about that post-game meal and getting ready for Thanksgiving. 10 points with about 90 seconds left. You feel confident. You feel comfortable. They're saying as long as there's still time on the clock, the game's not over. I suppose the serious justification, of course, would be you don't want to commit a foul and give up a three-point play and give Chowan any semblance of momentum. At that point, the ball's under the basket. You're not giving them a three. You're not giving them a three-point play. Let them keep shooting and missing, I suppose, in running time. But now the Braves need to inbound and not turn the ball over. Watts runs the baseline, gets it to Murray Boyles, who goes back to Watts. Watts holds and gets fouled. Foul called on Haskins, just his first, and will put Brandon Watts at the free throw line to shoot two. Chowan really trying to extend this game. Apparently they did the math over there, said if we let the Braves run down the shot clock, even if they miss, there's just not enough time left to get the number of shots that Chowan would need. So they'll turn this into a free throw competition for the Braves at least.
Yeah, it was important for them to hit these free throws right now.
Watts rattles in the free throw. 23 in the game now for Brandon Watts. Braves lead is back at 9. All it's going to take at this point is one or two empty trips by Chowan. Murray Boyles gets a piece of this rebound. It's tapped up against the support wire again. Second time we've seen that on a Braves attempt. So the Braves can't win just 1 point on that possession. Now important for the Braves to not foul. Here we go, final minute of this game. The Braves with a 9-point lead. Chowan needs to, I think, start firing from deep. Here it comes. Short. Murray Boyles had the rebound. He gets poked away. They call the foul on Kute, and that's his 5th. At this point in the game, Marco Haskins taking that shot. Do you try to pass it around, run another maybe 5 seconds and try to get a slightly better three, or do you have to just take the first open three you get?
It's been a chilly day for him, so I think you might want to pass that around. At least try, it was a deep three at that. Try to get a better look. It's definitely, their back's against the wall. You want a three-pointer, but that's a low percentage shot regardless.
James Murray Boyles at the free throw line for UNCP. Was one of the Braves' best foul shooters a year ago and misses the first. Murray Boyles' first trip to the foul line today. Came in shooting 78% this season. Was it 79% last season? Good numbers, especially considering that was his freshman year and as a big man. Usually not the positions you expect to get a lot of free throw production. Bad pass turned over. That might be the nail in the coffin for Chowan. Andrew Lopez just couldn't handle that floating pass. Hawks not giving up. They will press and try to get a steal. Watts to trigger. Has a couple open options. Gets it to Bradley. Bradley away from the first defender. Hawks just going for the steal now, and they finally give the foul. It'll be the first on Carlos Arroyo, and this game will continue. Now to imagine if this next possession for the Hawks doesn't result in points, they're not going to foul anymore. Bradley hits the first free throw. He's got 9 now. Grant has 11. Murray Boyles has 10. Mike Smith on the floor also for the Braves. He has 7. As Bradley rattles home the free throw. Double figures today for the Braves point guard. 12-point UNC Pembroke lead. Arroyo over to Haskins to the corner. Drive and kick. Bradley with the interception, and that should just about do it. There is a difference between the shot clock and game clock, but looks like Chowan will not give a foul. There's a 2-second difference between the shot clock and game clock. As Alex Bradley will work on dribbling this out. Bradley recognizes that he had to shoot the ball, and he did. Watts, I think, wanted the alley-oop there. Now Chowan will do the same. A little tit for tat there. There's no defense being played down the home stretch here, as everyone recognizes that this one is over. Final score in this one, UNCP 90, Chowan 78. The Braves win. Braves improve to 4-1 on the season. They stay perfect on their home floor, now 3-0 in Pembroke. Chowan picks up their first regular season loss. They're now 2-1. Deshaun, your final thoughts here today.
It was a tale of two halves for the Braves. They certainly struggled that first half with turnovers and just not getting into those sets correctly. But that second half, they did a great job playing up-tempo ball and making it a high-scoring contest, and Chowan just couldn't keep up.
How about this? 55 second-half points for the Braves. That is a tough pace to keep up with, and Chowan wasn't able to do so tonight. Our next broadcast will be a Radio 1 on the road with UNCP football, 1 p.m., and our next video stream back here on Sunday afternoon, women's basketball home opener against Wingate at 1:30. For my broadcast partner, Deshaun Vereen, and our entire crew, this is Cameron Songer saying thanks for joining us from Pembroke. Your final score one more time, 90-78. Braves win. Have a great Thanksgiving holiday.